Hi, I am Mia Hewitt, and you're watching Inside the Minds of Leaders. And today I have a wonderful guest, a personal dear friend of mine, as well as a brilliant woman. And this woman is Tracy Kawa. In the late 90s, Tracy Kawa was the co-creator of Kawa Orthodontics, the largest solo practitioner orthodontic practice in the world. From her understanding of business and success, Tracy now helps other small business owners brand their unique message to get results. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Mia.
Oh, so great to see you.
It's great to be here. I love you too.
Well, we know it's apparent that marketing plays a key role in any business. But what would you say is the number one reason why we should brand ourselves?
I think differentiation is key. It's so important in today's competitive environment to know exactly how you stand out from your competition. Not only how you stand out from your competition, but how you stand out as an individual and how you can bring all that and more into your business to make it the most successful that it could be.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you created the largest orthodontic practice. What was the mindset like when you actually took that on as a vision? Did you start out with that being your vision?
That was never the vision to begin with.
Great.
It was just a matter of taking one step and then the next step. Basically, it was all about the team because I didn't do it myself. I had a wonderful orthodontist. I had an amazing staff that we built. It's all about how you see yourself as an integral part of a team.
So really maximizing each individual unique abilities.
It's about harnessing the strength of each person that you surround yourself with and not being afraid to harness their strength, not fearing that competition. Harnessing the strength of all of the individuals around you without being afraid of their strengths or their competition.
And so how does someone do that when ego likes to be in its way? And
it's a great question because there are a lot of egos out there. Yeah. But I think as a creator of a business, you really have to know the fair amount and the fair balance between stroking an ego and getting the best from your employees and from your strategic alliances. It's important to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is to make sure that you are able to cultivate all of their skills and talents and invoke those and bring them out.
And what a contribution. Like, I'm sure that that space that would bring would be huge because you would feel it from each individual is all playing towards the same mission.
Yeah, that's a great point because you're actually creating a space for each person to be the best that they can be and to bring their all. And when they feel loved and appreciated, then they really want to bring the best that they can be, the best business, the best skills. They want to be the best employee that they can be. They want to see you succeed as well as themselves.
So on that note, what would you say is the biggest mistakes you see in branding?
The biggest mistakes are when people think that everyone is their perfect prospect. When I sit down and I say, well, tell me, who is your product for? Who is your target market? And the potential client says, oh, everyone. Well, unless your product is air, then your product is not for everyone. Unless your product is air, it's not for everyone.
I love that. That's a great line.
Yeah.
Well, given your experience, what are the key mistakes that people make in branding? Not branding themselves or in branding themselves?
Number one, it's knowing what their product actually is and what their services are because so many business people try to be so many things to all people. Number two, I think it's definitely surrounding yourself, like we were talking about, with the right people and knowing how to harness the collective skills of those around you. Number three is, I think people study their competition too much to a fault sometimes. And I know that sounds funny, and I feel like I'll have pushback for saying that. However, I've always felt that if you know who you are and what you can bring to the economy and to other people and to the public, then there's really nothing to fear insofar as getting your products and services out there. There's always going to be a target market for you when you're doing things for the right reason and you know what your strengths are and what your skills are.
So as a business owner that are often juggling many things at one time, right? Like they're trying to juggle hiring employees and training them and making sure that they're doing their strategic planning. Oftentimes they feel overwhelmed. Is there something simple that you would say, as in branding, that where they could begin to implement on a daily basis and not feel like it's another thing to be overwhelmed by?
What I would say to that is, for someone who is really feeling overwhelmed, they just might be at that next level of business that they want to be at, but they're not recognizing that they've entered that stage. So what they really want to do is bring in a coach or a consultant. They want to hire an employee. Sometimes you can't afford not to spend the money to bring in that person who is really going to take your business to the next level with you.
You're such a source of that, because that's what your message is always about.
My message always goes back to that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, my message is also about being socially conscious. When you have a business, it's very important not just to get it out there to your chambers of commerce, but also to get out there into organizations and give back to the community so that people can see that your brand is one that cares about other people. So it's very important for me that my clients have a socially conscious mission. So when we were building the orthodontic office, we were also founders of the Youth Activity Center in West Boca. Today, I'm very involved with the Jewish Federation of South Palm Beach County and the Jewish Education Center. So there are always these avenues where it's very important to give back. And not only that, when you're giving back, you're also receiving blessings, because what you put out comes back to you tenfold. It's got to be fulfilling. The work has to be fulfilling. If it's not fulfilling, then it's not for me. And I try to impress that with my clients as well. If it's not fulfilling and you feel like it's taking pieces from you, rather than having the work bring and add to your brand and who you are, then it probably isn't for you.
If you were going to leave our viewers with something that they could actually take home today and begin branding themselves right now, what would that look like?
You know, that would look like me saying to them, step into your power. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the competition. Don't be afraid of your power. Don't be afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid to surround yourself with people who can really take that power to the next level. Don't be afraid to surround yourself with people who can do it better, because then you know you can hand over the reins and you can focus on another area and create your business with a different focus in a larger capacity. You could take your whole business to the next level and surround yourself with people that you know, like, and trust.
Awesome. I acknowledge you, Tracy, because you are just an incredible human being, like the epitome of a humanitarian, in such that you look at everybody as a gift and what they have to bring. I acknowledge you for everything that you are and who you are yet to be. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for being such a great friend. Thank you for being a stand for so many people like me and other people on your show and people in general. You're really wonderful.
Thank you. If you have enjoyed this conversation immensely like I have, then sign up. Go to www.miahewitt.com and join our community. Sign up for free training, live specials, promos, events you're not going to find anywhere else.